Hey folks, here at OS Reviews. So a few months back, we checked out the Syllable D900, which were a completely wireless pair of earbuds, which are stereo in sound quality and great because it allows you to exercise and move around in greater freedom without worrying about tangled wires or so on and so forth. And obviously they will be compatible with the iPhone 7, which omits a headphone jack completely. So now the company is back with an updated model that we're checking out today. They actually sent this over. This is the D900 Mini, which is considered the plus version of the D900. They've slightly rethink some of the features as well as the ergonomics and made it a bit better. The overall look as well as the sound quality are both very similar to the original, which isn't a bad thing because it is pretty attractive as well as discreet looking, but some of the accessories, including the charging mechanism, have been improved upon, which we do like. So the packaging here is very simple. It still retails for about $70 online, so that is the price point. A lot cheaper than Apple EarPods, but also a bit more expensive than standard Bluetooth earphones, for instance. There's an instruction guide that's documented in full color in various languages that shows you how to set things up. And underneath, there's access to a micro USB cable for charging up the earphones. It actually uses a proprietary charging case. Since the ear tips themselves are so small, you set it down on this magnetic pin-based system, and then you charge the case by plugging it into the cable. Otherwise, it fully charges up in roughly 3 hours or so, and inside there's also access to some silicone tips for changing the fit as well as the comfort. There's a wing tips now included as part of the packaging, so that's going to be great for sports enthusiasts. Finally, there is a actually a soft carrying case with the company's logo on the front, which is nice if you don't want to bring along the box with you when you're traveling, although that is a not so great idea for longer trips since it is required for charging. So one of the main complaints we had of the D900 when we first reviewed it was that the box was very hard to close. If you remember, it just used simple latches on the sides, and it needed to be aligned perfectly for everything to close, and if it didn't close, the ear tips would sometimes fall off, and that would be a disaster. You might lose it. Instead of kind of working on the mechanisms there, they've improved it by integrating magnets onto the surface here as well as on the top. So now instead of having to rely on just these different prongs on the sides of the box to line things up, it just attaches with a firm click, and afterwards everything is snug and it's not going to fall out. So that is an improvement that we are eager to see. The side here features access to the micro USB port for charging, and that's basically it. There are a few LED indicators on the front here which will illuminate to tell you the battery status when it's being charged. Afterwards, the pairing process between the two wireless earbuds is automatic. It's simultaneous. So you just turn on one of these ear tips and pair it to a phone, turn on the other one, and the second one will sync and talk to the first one, so that's going to be connected as a stereo pair. You can see here it uses 2 magnetic prongs to align and charge up when placed into the case. It's a pretty easy process and doesn't take too much time to get used to. The tips themselves, again, are very similar as far as the build quality as well as the performance. They're still made out of this piano black surface, which is glossy and attracts a bit of fingerprints, but the keys themselves are oversized and easy to press on. You tap on this for a few seconds to turn it on, and tap on it and hold on it to start the pairing mode, after which you can set it up very easily on an iPhone or Android or a tablet. You can see here on default, we have a silicone tip in this kind of interesting modified canal shape, which is a bit more comfortable and snug, and includes a small micro arm just to prevent it from sliding out when you are moving and jogging. So the ergonomics have definitely been improved, but the overall size of the ear tips are still the same. Audio quality is still very good. You do have a bit of background noise ever so slightly, which is to be expected with any pair of Bluetooth headphones, but even more so with completely wireless earbuds. But overall, it's not too crippling. They're not audiophile grade headphones, but they still work very well as far as general music listening, for pop music, for rock music. You'll be pleased, I think, with the audio experience here. Overall, they did a nice job with kind of audio isolation. There's a bit of noise isolation, but it's not noise canceling. Other things we like to see perhaps in future models would be the ability to also use these as Bluetooth headsets. So if they integrate some better sounding microphones, you can also use them to talk with people and answer reject phone calls. That would be nice to see, but all in all, a pretty good solid alternative, I would say, to the upcoming Apple EarPods, just because they are a fraction of the price point, and already this is the 2nd generation model, so a lot of things have been kind of worked on, and they've improved upon the ergonomics already since a few months that the 1st generation model were released. You can check out more details about the D900 Mini in our upcoming official written review, but for now, this has been our video. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. Thanks for watching. This has been the updated version of the Syllable D900 completely wireless earbud.